Hello everybody, welcome to Rants with Jordan. I'm Jordan. If you are new here, welcome to the channel, and if you're returning, welcome back. Now in today's video, on our agenda today, I am going to be complaining about The Sims 4 a little bit more, but also there are some videos I have in the works. I think the music industry is annoying me part 6. I think it's part 6, and I think we're on part 6 now. I need some time to get some of that stuff together because there's not really been a lot happening in the music industry that I care about. And then there are some other videos that I just need to put the effort into doing the research for that I want to release soon. So we're going to do, I guess, 2 Sims videos back to back. Whoops. But if you know me, you know I love playing The Sims. So let's get started. I got my list of everything. It's 2 pages, so we're going to be here for a while. But I got my list of everything. And this is basically just my unpopular opinion / my gripes with The Sims game as of right now. Now, I'm making this video in July, oh my god, it's June. I'm making this video in June of 2023, so depending on when you see this, some of this stuff might be not a thing anymore. So we're just going to keep that in mind, but let's get into the video. I've been talking for a minute and a half. We haven't talked about shit. So let's get into the video. The first thing on my list, professional, is, because there is a loading screen to go every fucking where in this game, and that is really annoying because this is my thing, right? I have long since gotten past the need for an open world in The Sims 4. I do not care about having an open world at all. I really don't care about having an open world at all. If not having an open world means that my Sims game won't melt my computer, then that's fine. What I would like is open neighborhoods. I should not have to go through a loading screen just to go next door to check on my neighbor. I shouldn't have to go through that. And so that's my big thing is with these loading screens, and the thing with loading screens, I'm on a pretty good gaming laptop. I paid a lot of money for my gaming laptop, and so the loading screens, I've never had a loading screen on my gaming, even with all my mods, even with all my custom content, I've never had a loading screen last longer than 15 seconds, if that. My loading screens are quick. But I remember when I was playing on Xbox, on my Xbox One, not the new one, and loading screens, I kid you not, I would boot up the Sims game and it would literally, it would be a loading screen just to get to the main menu for 5 minutes. Then you would have to go and click and see what game you want to go into, and then another loading screen for another 5 minutes. So it would take 10-15 minutes just for me to get from the home page of my Xbox into my game. And so because loading is a loading screen to go literally everywhere, no matter what building you're in. If you want to go into a building, loading screen. If you want to go outside of your neighborhood, loading screen. If you want to go next door to see what your neighbor's doing, loading screen. Because there is so much, so many loading screens, I feel like it makes people not want to travel. I never travel with my Sims. My Sims don't go out to eat at restaurants, which that's a whole nother issue I think we're going to get into later on. But my Sims don't. I don't have them go out to eat. I don't have them go do stuff around the town because I'm kind of just I don't want to have to sit through 10 loading screens if I want my Sim and her girlfriends to have a night out on the town. I don't want that. That's too much. Loading screens are a big issue. So hopefully in The Sims 5, because it's been confirmed now that The Sims 5 is coming. It's coming within the next couple of years. So hopefully in The Sims 5 we'll have a solution. Again, do not need an open world. Do not have to have an open world. I do, however, I need to have an open neighborhood. We have to have open neighborhoods. The next thing on our list is so I don't know if this has been I think this is a problem in the game in general, because I see people on Twitter complain about this all the time. But The Sims, right? So literally The Sims, the people you play as in the game. I'll have my Sim like cooking. Like she'll be baking she'll be baking like a casserole. Cause my sim was a working mom, so she needs something quick and easy that's gonna fill up her family. Cause she got 5 kids and a husband to feed. Cause the husband, speaking of which, my sim's husband, I always give them the jobs that have the longest hours, that have the highest paychecks. Like I do not check for them at all. So my sim's husbands are already ready to pass out when they get home from work. But anyway. So she'll be cooking her casserole and everything. She'll put the casserole in the oven and then just leave to go play basketball, or leave to go talk to one of her kids, or leave to go check on an infant, or leave just to go like read a book or something, or leave to go play a game. And I'm like, wait. I'm like, wait a minute. This is a thing that I think is not. This is a recent bug, but like I don't think this has been a thing for that long, where your sims will just like, your Kim's cues will just get interrupted by stuff. And I mean I'm all for my sims having autonomy. Like my sims have full autonomy when I play my sims game, but also like if I need my sim to do something, I need them to do it. I need them to do it uninterrupted. Like it is so fucking annoying. I cannot stand it. Like I remember it took literally 5 minutes in real life to get my sim to cook a pizza, because she kept just leaving everything. And then, oh my god, and then when your sim leaves their food in the oven, like the oven catches on fire, and it's a whole bunch of shit that doesn't need to be happening. So that needs to go away. And also the opposite is also true. The opposite is also true. Sometimes my sim will be going to do something and I need them to stop and do something else. Like my sim will be going to play on the computer when they're about to pass out. And so I'll be like, hey, stop doing that and go to bed. But what they'll do is dismiss, I think that's the word I'm looking for. You'll dismiss the action that they were going to do, but they'll still walk towards the action, and then they won't actually do what you want them to do until like they get to where they were going to do something, and then they'll do what you want to do. Like again, my sim is walking to the computer when she is damn near, like we have an hour in game on a time before she passes the hell outside. So I'm like, hey, stop gardening and go to bed. But your sim will just keep going for like another like 30 minutes in game, and then they'll stop, and then they'll do it. It's annoying. Like the opposite is also true. Like we need to get that fixed in The Sims 5. Next, this is okay. I'm almost certain there's a mod for this now, and I think The Sims did a patch recently for this, or they're going to do a patch for this, where Sims infants, like, because infants are in the game now, and you'll put the infant to bed, and then the infant is trying to fall asleep, and then my Sims parents will immediately pick the infant back fucking up, and I'm kind of just like, okay. Like, I'm just like, okay, why are we, like, I can kick in the tripod, good lord. But why are we, like, let the infant sleep, like, the infant's needs are low, like, that, I'm almost certain there's a mod for that, because of course there fucking is, because the mods are fixing The Sims 4, but, yeah. Next, Spa Day did not need a refresh. I don't care what nobody says. Spa Day did not need a refresh. Like, I'm glad we got fingernails and toenails and nail polish and all that. Like, and we got the little smoothie thing, and we got the little, like, cute, like, very, very cute stuff. Like, very cute stuff. So thank the Sims team for, like, thank you guys for that. But I don't understand how when y'all were going through packs to figure out what to refresh first, why was Spa Day even like in contention for like what should have been refreshed? Like, if I was going to pick like 4 or 5 packs to be refreshed off the top of my head, Dream Home Decorator, My Wedding Stories, Outdoor Retreat, Get to Work, Dine Out, like those are the packs. Oh, and University too. Those are the packs I need a fucking refresh. But no, we chose Spa, and that's why I think that's the reason why they don't do refreshes anymore. Because Spa Day refresh that refresh was such a flop. That refresh was such a flop, and I think the reason the refresh was such a flop. I'm stuttering. Oh my god. The reason I think the refresh was such a flop is because they chose the wrong pack to refresh. If they were going to refresh a pack, it should have been Dine Out. Like, I'm so sorry. It really should have been Dine Out. Like, it should have been Dine Out. It just should have been Dine Out. Like, I would have been happy had we gotten a university refresh, or get to work refresh, or an outdoor retreat refresh, or what else I say. Or honestly, Dine Out, Dream Decorator, My Wedding Stories. Those are the top 3 in my opinion. That should have been like up, especially after were refreshes before or after My Wedding Stories. Do y'all remember? I think the refreshes things was before. I think they were after Dream Decorator, but I think they were before My Wedding Stories. I think. Right, I'm almost certain that the refresh started happening. The refresh came out after Dream Decorator, but before My Wedding Stories. But like, especially with the fiasco coming out about the My Wedding Story thing, oh, they really should have. That really should have been the first pack to get, like, My Wedding Story, Dream Decorator, Dine Out. Like, oh, those packs desperately. Like, oh my goodness. Anyway, good lord, we're 11 minutes into this video, and I'm on point 4 of like 25. Good lord, I want to try to speed through a couple of these. Next, oh, speaking of refreshes, The Sims 4 does this thing. Well, they'll be like, hey guys, so we're implementing all these new features, and we are doing all of this new stuff, and we are gonna do this, and we're gonna update this continuously, and then they abandon it. Or it takes them like a year to give us like a part 2 to whatever they're trying to do. Like, for example, the neighborhood stories thing. I think we've only gotten 2 updates for the neighborhood stories, and it's been like 3 years since that shit was announced. Like the neighborhood like story stuff, and like the NPC story progression and all that. Like, I think I'm almost certain it's getting close to 3 years since that shit was announced, and we've only gotten 2 updates, and so that's annoying. Stuff packs aren't a thing anymore. Stuff packs are not a thing anymore. And then oh my god, there's so much that they promised that they were going to like upkeep or something, and then like they just don't do it. And then on the topic of just like them taking so long, why, when it came to like refreshing the base game townies, why the fuck did it take a year? Why the fuck did it take a year for us to get another update for the base game town? I'm so sorry. We should be getting new base game townie refresh, like update, like every single month. I'm so sorry. Like, I don't, and maybe it's because I don't study game development. I study music. I want to write music for video games, but like, I don't like, and I don't know how to code and shit, but like, I don't think it's that hard to just go into The Sims 4 and like update, like, do a rendering or something of what you want to look like, and then make it in the create a sim. I don't understand why it's taking a full year. Like, is there not like I feel like you could have a team of like maybe like 4 or 5 people just like creating sims, and have that be their job for the next like couple of years. Like, anyway, next, Sims have this problem where, and this is a fairly new thing. Like, I would say within the last 3 years, this has become an issue, or past 2 or 3 years where this has become an issue, where the Sims will use the bathroom and then walk across the globe to find a sink that is nowhere near them to go wash their hands. And it's so annoying. It takes you out of the immersion of a life simulation game. And I know that's a small thing, but it really does. It takes you out of the immersion of the Sims, because why is my Sim using the bathroom upstairs and she's going to the basement to wash her hands? That makes no sense. Why are my Sims getting confused as to where to wash their hands at? If you're using the bathroom, why not just go to the closest sink that's to you, which is the sink in the bathroom? Anyway, it's very, very, very annoying. And then again, with the queue interruption, they'll go wash their hands and then they'll get interrupted and then they won't wash their hands. And that's nasty. Like, my Sims are black. We don't play that shit. So like, that's a little nasty. Ooh, sorry, I'm scratching my hair. My scalp is itching. I have got to do a wash day at some point this week. I have been putting it off for far too long since I got home. Anyway, The Sims, okay. Yeah, I don't think The Sims 4 has made a world that's better than the 3 base game worlds. And this is a sneak peek into my video that I'm gonna make sometime in July called ranking The Sims 4 worlds, because yeah, I seriously don't think that there's any world that is better than the 3 base games world that we have in The Sims 4. Any occult world is automatically on the shit list. Like, I'm so sorry. Y'all know on this channel, nobody on this, if you rock with me, you don't give a fuck about occults. Like, you don't give a fuck about them bitches. Like, I'm so sorry. I don't care about occults. So occult worlds like Moonwood Hill, wherever the vampires live, wherever not the fairies, the wizards live, like, oh, that shit bottom of the list. And then, like, Windenburg is always in the conversation of, like, everyone's like, Windenburg is the best Sims world. I don't think so. I think everyone thinks Windenburg is the best Sims world because Windenburg is the biggest Sims world. Like, Windenburg is humongous. There are, like, 30 lots on that fucking map. Like, each neighborhood has, like, close to 8 or 9 lots in each neighborhood, and I'm almost certain there's like 5 neighborhoods in Windenburg, or 4 or 5 neighborhoods in Windenburg. So, like, yeah, Windenburg is huge fucking mungus, as it should, because I think Windenburg is get together, so like clubbing and shit. But right, I hope no, yeah, it is get together. But like, yeah, I like Windenburg. I don't think Windenburg is. I think Windenburg, when it comes to like a ranking, Windenburg is definitely somewhere in between 4th and 7th place. Because the cats and, oh my god, Brindleton Bay, the cats and dogs world is also in contention for one of the best worlds in The Sims 4, and so is San Sequoia. San Sequoia is beautiful. My Sims are living there for the first time, actually, right now. San Sequoia is beautiful. That world is stunning. Again, art and design team doing their fucking job. Set the team doing their job. Gameplay. Don't know what's happening with that. Anyway, oh yeah, okay, so with the likes and dislike system, your Sims now have was this a feature before? I'm sorry, there's so much stuff in the game now that I can't really remember anymore if some of the stuff I'm talking about has always been in The Sims, or if it got implemented at a later date. But with the likes and dislikes thing, your Sims, like, will sometimes, like, you'll have this stunning house, and I mean, this house will be gorgeous, and your Sims will just randomly be like, oh, this is ugly, and they will always be in a bad mood, and I'm kind of just like, what? Like, I'm so sorry. I'm downloading, because I build, but like not often because I'm not that good at it, especially on PC. I'm better at building on my console than I am at PC. But I built, let me see, I will download buildings from like Little Simsy, Jessica Pie, K Emerald, Simlissy. Like these are people who are, in my opinion, are like masters at their craft of building in The Sims 4. And also they build houses that like I would want to live in myself, and that's usually the house that my Sims live in. You will never see my Sims in an ultra modern like bust down, like, oh no, or like or a shack. I'm so sorry. I'm not one of those people that likes old homes. Like, oh no, like I love my grandma's house, and just because this is the house I'm at right now. I love my grandma's house, but like I don't want to live in this when I get older. Like, oh no, I want like modern, but also with some flavor. Like that's what I want. But anyway, yeah, and it's annoying because it's random. You'll have no likes or dislikes for furniture preference in your Sims, like there's like thing, and they'll still just hate your decor. And I'm like, well, I'm not downloading a new house in order to appease you. We dropped $400K on this Jessica Pie mega mansion that has 8 bedrooms for your 10 million kids. Like, we can't afford to buy a new house. You're gonna have to be miserable for the rest of your life. So, whoops. Anyway, next. The Simology panel, okay, so I think the Simology panel is that little panel, and it has like a little Sims head added on the right hand side of your screen at the bottom. That panel, the Simology panel, it's too much stuff being crammed on that panel. Like, it's too much stuff being crammed into that panel. Like, oh my god, like I'm almost certain like 20 packs worth of shit is crammed into that one panel. And this is kind of, I feel like The Sims 4 is at a point where I would love more updates and everything, but also I'm kind of just like, The Sims 4 is getting to a point where there's too much stuff in the game. We're getting to the point in The Sims 4 life cycle where it's too much stuff in the game. And one thing I will always give credit to City Skylines for, that City Skylines kind of recognized that, and they were like, oh, we gotta like make a new game. Because I remember City Skylines 2, they announced that it was in development like a year or two ago. Like, I think when they announced it like last year, they announced that they were actually working on it. I think there were rumors way before then that it was in development, but like around when Sunset Harbor came out, I think is when we got confirmation that they were working on a new game. And now we got our last expansion ever, Hotels and Resorts. Sims team, Hotels and Resorts. Anyway, whatever. We're not. But Hotels and Resorts. That's our last pack for City Skylines, and I'm kind of like, thank God, because there's too much shit going on in that game. Like, you can't. There's no way. There's so much stuff in City Skylines that there's no way you can like actually implement every single pack, every single DLC pack from City Skylines into your city. Like, one, the cities aren't big enough for that, and two, like, you literally can't, unless you're going to have a population of like 300k, which for most people your PC will explode before it even gets there. Like, that's what I'm talking about. In The Sims, there's too much stuff in the game now. Like, we have what? We have like what, 15, 18 stuff packs. I think we have over 20 kits. We have around, I think, like 12 game packs, and I think we have like 12 expansion packs as well. There's too much stuff in the game. There's too much stuff. So the Simology panel is getting too crowded, and it's so hard to find stuff. Like, it's so difficult to find stuff. Like, I kind of wish we could like have the option of only seeing what we want to see, but Sims 5. Anyway, next is family relationships still fucking suck. I know we got a little like jokester, supportive, caring. I think what's the one that where they fight? Whatever that one is for not Dream for Decorator. Oh my god, for Growing Together. I know we got, I know, and it's better, but family dynamics still suck. But also, I'm talking more so in the terms of like, why do my Sims not know who their cousins are still? Why do my Sims not know who their aunts are still? This is so fucking annoying. Like, any Sim who is not in your household, who, even if they're related to your Sim, you might as well, the game treats them as if they're just a random NPC Sim on the street. Like the family dynamics between like the outer family, not the immediate family, but the outer family, like there's nothing in place for that, and it's very, very annoying. Next, I need the Sims team. Okay. Modders and CC creators, do not get mad at me. But, and this is called Unpopular Sims Opinions, but I need the Sims to start stealing some shit from you all. Woo, I do. I seriously do. I need the Sims team to start stealing shit from you all, because at this point, it's ridiculous how many mods are just like saving this game. If I had to choose a few mods for the Sims team to just steal, Pose player mod needs to get stolen and put into The Sims 5, just because like that'd be cute. The childbirth mod by, I think their name is Panda something, or Panda Sims, that mod, and I think the early access, I just subscribed to their Patreon, their early access for that mod is out, and my Sim is pregnant now, so I can give a review of that mod, because my Sim is pregnant now, so that's gonna be so much fun. Anyway, that mod needs to get stolen, because I hate that like the only option for your son to give birth at in the game is standing and screaming at a bassinet for an hour, or going to a hospital and having that big ass machine take your baby out. Like, that's not realistic, and I like realism in my game. Like, a little bit of wackiness is fine, but I like realism in my game, and so like that is a no-no. Like, being able to have your Sim just give birth naturally, water birth, there's lactation mechanic, it's so. That mod needs to be stolen and put into The Sims 5. UI cheats needs to be stolen and put into The Sims 5. MC Command Center needs to be stolen and put into The Sims 5. Ooh, if The Sims had the balls to not make a teen-rated game and have their game rated M for mature, they could steal Wicked Whims. They really could. They could steal some elements from Wicked Whims and Wonderful Whims and the Slice of Life mod. Actually, they could take all that stuff. Actually, not the Sims fucking part in Wicked Whims, but like they're like the period mechanic. Like in Wicked Whims, your Sims can get periods, like realism. Like steal that. Like there are some things that the Sims team kind of just needs to steal for the Sims 5. And like look, if y'all see your mods in the Sims 5, shush. Actually, no, raise the hell a little bit. Y'all should get paid for that, actually, kinda. Yeah. Let the Sims team steal your stuff and then sue them so you can get paid. Yeah, exactly. Anyway, next. Okay. Unpopular opinion. Or maybe this isn't unpopular. I don't know. I think everyone actually shares his opinion when it comes to, like, the lots, in The Sims 4. In particular, it's the police station, hospital, the high school, and the science lab are all like secret lots. Not like secret lots, but they're all like the hospital, the police station, and the science lab are lots that you just can't. No, not the science lab. It's just the hospital and the police station are lots that you literally just cannot find on the world map. I'm almost certain you can go into the science lab whenever you want. I think you can. Oh no, you can't. It's just a picture over there. So yeah, science lab, police station, and hospital. You cannot. One, you can't edit those buildings without putting in a cheat, and that's too much work. And two, there's nowhere in game to have those lot types. Like, I am going to be so honest, I would not be mad if in The Sims 5 we had a lot type for hospitals. Like, I would like to be able to put a hospital in whatever world I want to put my hospitals in. You know, like, that's storytelling, that's gameplay. Being able to put police stations in certain world, that's gameplay, that's storytelling. Also, I hate how the high school, especially when it comes to high school years, I hate how the high school is only locked to San Sequoia. So, whoa, San Sequoia, what world is that? Oh, I can't think of the world. Whatever. And in any case, whatever world the high school is in, like, there's no. I don't like how the high school is just locked there. Like, and all, like, okay, because hear me out, right? Especially if you're playing like a realistic game of The Sims. My Sims right now live in San Sequoia. And so I can kind of believe how San Sequoia and... Nope, I thought it was going to come to me. No, but I can kind of believe how San Sequoia and the high school world, how they can be like kind of near each other. I can kind of grasp it in my head. If my Sims are living in Oasis Springs, if my Sims are living in Sulani, if my Sims are living on Mount Komorebi, if I'm trying to be realistic, how is that realistic for my Sims to be living on a mountain, going to school in the woods in the middle of the United States? That makes no sense, right? That makes no sense. So I would, and then imagine having like a tiny high school, because like storytelling, gameplay. Anyway, we got to move on because we're 30 minutes in. I haven't made a 30-minute long video in a good while, so let's keep going. Next, speaking of the police station, there's no consequences in this fucking game. You cannot get arrested for stealing shit. People cannot get arrested for stealing your shit. Like, there are no consequences in the game. And I think that's what people mean when they say the game is too easy. There are certain things where I'm kind of like, no, I kind of need the game to rock my Sim shit a little bit. Because my Sim just, like, stole from this old lady's house. Why are the police not... Why is it that you can only... Why is it that you only see police people, you only see the hospital workers, you only see scientists at their jobs? You never see a policeman patrolling the neighborhood, and you never see anyone in the game have the job of a policeman, because when you go to the hospital or when you go to the police station, I'm almost certain the game is randomly select Sims to fill out those positions. Now, I'm almost certain the first generation you play, the moment you put your Sim down in the game for the first time and you're in a new game, I'm almost certain there are like Sims that are selected already. Like, there are Sims that will always, for that first generation, they will always be the doctor, they will always be the police officer, they will always be the scientist. But like, after they die, it's just a random free-for-all for who's at that hospital. Anyway, there are no consequences in the game. The game is too easy in the sense of that, like, my Sim can't go to prison. Could you imagine your Sim gets caught like stealing or killing somebody, and they get locked up, and so their face on your little panel, like, it's like blacked out, and you cannot control them for like a certain number of days or weeks in the game? Like, storylines. Anyway, what is next on my... Ooh, this is annoying me, because there's a mod for this too. Even though I lock the fuck out of my Sims doors, like, only people who are invited in, only family members who are allowed in the house, people will still barge the hell in, and it's so fucking annoying. Like, I understand, like, for example, right? My Sim, her name is Kiki. She just moved out with her boyfriend, not her, yeah, her fiance now. But Kiki and whatever her Isaiah, that his name, Jared, I don't know what her fiance name is. He's fine though. But Kiki and her fiance, they moved to San Sequoia, and Kiki's mom came and just like came in the house and came in over for a visit. That I understand. Or her twin brother, not Aiden. What is his name? Domino, right? Domino came over to announce his engagement to her. Like that makes sense. That's cute when family kind of barges in, because that's what family does sometimes. Sometimes I'll have one of my aunts or like cousins, they'll just stop by my grandma's house without warning, and like that happens sometimes. That's fine. And your friends, my Sims friends too. That's fine. That is totally fine. It becomes a problem when it's bitches I don't know coming up into my house like they own the fucking place. Like they know who the fuck my Sim is. Because I will be like, who the fuck is that? And then I'll click on their thing and my Sim does have no relationship with them. And I'm kind of like, whoa. Woo. I've been talking for too long, y'all. It's been a while since I made long videos. But I'll be like, whoa, who the fuck are you and how'd you get into my house? You're not paparazzi. You're not the mailman. You're not the little like NPC that comes to check out your land and either raise your bills or not. Like, you're not that Sim. So who are you? Why are you in my house? My Sim is not a celebrity. So why are you in my Sim's house? That makes no fucking sense. Like, oh my god. Get out. Get out of my fucking house. Like, that's so rude. That is very rude. That is so very, very, very rude. And I do not approve of that. I really don't. Anyway. Next on our list, wants and fears are broken, but like the Sims team, I think acknowledged that, and I think there's a patch now that kind of dampens the fears a little bit. But like, I always turn wants and fears off because hell no. Like, that feature seemed like it was gonna be such a cool feature when they were talking about it, and then it came out, and I was like, oh, this fucking sucks. Like, oh, that's kind of how it is with the Sims team. Like, you know, like, in my opinion, compared to The Sims 3, growing together fucking sucks compared to The Sims 3, because, technically speaking, Generations has been split into, like, 5 different packs. But Growing Together is still the best pack that we've ever gotten in The Sims game. Like, I would even say Growing Together is the best pack we've gotten since Cottage Living. Like, in my opinion, Cottage Living was the last great pack we got in The Sims 4 until Growing Together. If you let me tell it. But yeah, Wants and Fears are annoying. I never played with that. Next, Sims are a little bit obsessed with the coffee machine, the tea maker, the ice cream machine, and playing basketball. My Sims are just a tad bit obsessed with that. It gets to the point where your Sim is like tired and I need him to go to bed. Like, I don't need them to go get coffee. I need them to go to sleep. And so sometimes, instead of like going around the house to click on their bed and go to their room, click on their bed for them to go to sleep, I'll just click the this is the feature in the game. I don't think this is a UI cheats or MC Command Center thing, but I'll just go into the game and click on like the little like need thing. If you click on those buttons, your Sim will automatically go and try and resolve their need like that. So if your Sim is tired, if you click on the little Z's like where that's the sleep icon, your Sim will go to bed. Right, you have them click on the bed and say go to sleep. If they're hungry, click with a little knife and fork, and your sim will go make them something to eat or get leftovers. Like, it's really simple. When I found it out, perfection. But my sims, like, they will always be drinking coffee, like non-stop. They'll be drinking coffee. They'll always be eating ice cream, but they never finish the ice cream, so the ice cream is just sitting in their inventory spoiled. They'll always make tea. Like, I remember this one Let's Play I was playing. I think it was when I was playing with my cottage living generation, and I was on generation, like, I think it was on generation 8. That was the last generation I played before I stopped playing with cottage living. But I was on generation, like, 8, and I remember, like, that household in particular was so obsessed with, drinking tea, and I was like, me too. But, like, also, like, we're drinking tea. They'll drink a tea and then go get another tea to drink the tea, and I'm kind of just like, okay, it's getting a little bit weird. It's getting a little bit obsessive. It's giving crack cocaine laced tea, and I kind of need that to not be a thing. Next. Oh my gosh, 5 points left, guys. So we might not be 45. We might not be 45 minutes. Let's see. My Sims never want to swim in their swimming. Again, my Sims are rich right now. Like, my Sim, like, in the last generation, the mom became a famous author, and I think the dad became a real estate agent because I have career mods in my game. One of the best things you can do for your Sims game is download extra careers. Like, get the XML injector thing, download and go on like the Curse Forge thing, download and just start downloading the fuck out of careers. Make sure the careers don't interact. Like, there are some careers you download from one creator that will fuck up your game if you also have a career from a different creator. So you go on Curse Forge or go on, like, the Sims resource and download XML injector and download the hell out of, like, custom careers. The best thing you will ever, and some of them are active too. One of the best things you will ever do for yourself. Anyway, my Sims will never want to swim in their pool in the summer, but they will always swim in the pool in the wintertime. And it baffles me. It baffles me how my Sims, like, The Sims 4 is very, like, their marketing is that, like, your Sims are smarter. And I'm like, no, they're not. Because my Sims refuse to go into the pool in the summer. Like, they will refuse. They will literally go and, like, take a dip in the pool and get out. But I'll be, like, playing with my Sim, and all of a sudden I get a notification that, hey, your Sim's dad is, like, freezing to death outside. And I'm like, what the fuck? So I go looking around for them, and they're in the pool. And I'm like, it's a blizzard outside. Why are we swimming in the swimming pool? Why are we going out to eat with our food at the swimming pool, and it's a blizzard happening? I don't get that. Sims are dumb. Next, Busted Us. I don't know what you want me to say about Busted Dust other than what a flop. What a flop. I am so glad I waited for a little nope, not even Little Simsy. I saw Plumbella because I didn't have any money to get Busted Dust when it first came out. So I was waiting to get get paid so that I could get some money to go get Busted Dust. And I saw Plumbella's video talking about it, and I said, oh, fuck. Because Plumbella, what I like about her is that she doesn't sugarcoat shit. And that's kind of why I like watching her reviews when it comes to The Sims 4. Because Plumbella will be like, oh, this fucking sucks. And she was right. Busted Dust is so broken. I think she did a video where she was like, the video ends when Busted Dust, like, glitches. And she had just gotten into her Sims game, and it glitched. Busted Dust fucking sucked. Busted Dust could have been the best kit in the entire Sims 4. Not best pack. No. No. That potential goes to Dine Out and My Wedding Stories. That's where that potential goes. But no, Busted Dust could have been like top 15 best packs in the game had it worked. But it don't. And I really wanted to get the pack. So imagine my disappointment when everyone's like, oh, that pack is buggy, glitchy down. And I'm so glad I never bought it. That pack is buggy, glitchy down. Like, oh my god. Like, your house gets dirty after 2 seconds. Like, no. No, I delete laundry once my Sims have like 2 kids because laundry gets to be too much. So yeah, next. Sims will not sit down when you're trying to have dinner. I'm almost certain this got patched a bit in Dine Out. Because Dine Out got patched just a bit, like a couple weeks ago. And I haven't been able to test it out. But also, I have Carl Sim Guy's mod for Dine Out. So, I don't think I'm going to get rid of it. Because I don't trust the Sims team. But my Sims won't sit down. And also, they don't ever go to where I want them to go when I make dinner. Like, I'll call them to a meal. And then they'll just like sit and stand in the kitchen and eat. And I'm kind of like, well, the dining room's right there, but like, whatever. Next, my Sims children will not stop making messes, even though their responsibility, even though all their like traits are like at the range to be like good and everything, they will just constantly make a mess. And I'm kind of just like, oh my God, I need a mod to disable the hell out of that, because I will come home to a house covered in paint and crowns, and it's so annoying. It's so annoying. Like, my child Sims won't stop making a mess, and it'd be the children that I'm like, this is the responsible child, and they're making messes and they're ruining my storyline. Anyway, whatever. Anyway, last point, because my voice is getting tired, but also like this is a long video. Weddings are still terrible. Weddings are still terrible. Again, this goes back to literally the fourth point of the video. This goes back to the 4th point of the video. My wedding story should have been one of the top packs to have gotten a refresh. And now, because they chose the wrong pack to give a refresh, I don't think we're getting refreshes anymore. I don't. It's been what, almost 2 years, like a year and a half, 2 years since we got the spa day refresh. So I don't think we're getting refreshes anymore, guys, because they chose the wrong one. They should have again, Dream Decorator, My Wedding Stories, Dine Out, Get to Work, University. Yeah, those should have been the pack. Outdoor Retreat. Those 6 packs should have been like top priority. Anyway, that's the video. We haven't had a long video like this in a while. I've kind of been good at keeping my videos like under 25 minutes, and this was a long one, but it's a Sim. We're going back to my roots, guys. We're going back to my roots. So I'm going to end the video here. Tell me your Sims 4 unpopular opinions. Tell me, like, what do you think about the state of the game right now? Do you think there's too much shit going on in the Sims 4? Like, what do you got? What are your thoughts? Anyway, I'm going to go. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you all later. Toodaloo.